Hi, it's me, and I'm kinda losing faith. Today we'll be diving into a subreddit called r slash entitled parents. Enjoy. The first story is called Give My Child Some of Your Alcoholic Cocktail, You. And it's a longer one, is all I'm gonna say about it. I would like to apologize in advance for any spelling mistakes, as English is not my first language. Same. Last year, my boyfriend and I went on a cruise with his family. The cruise ship was on the larger scale and had many different sections and activities, one of which was an adult only zone located on the side of the ship. This adult only zone included a bar, outdoor showers, and sun chairs. This particular ship allowed full nudity in the adult only zone. During the second day of the cruise, my boyfriend and I decided to go and sunbathe in the adult only zone, as my boyfriend was a bit annoyed of having parents claim numerous sun chairs that their children weren't even using, placing their tote bags, wet towels, and dirty dishes over 3 to 5 chairs. We ordered some delicious cocktails and found a quiet spot to read our books. About half an hour went past when a young boy came up to our chairs, probably 6 or 7 years old, pointed to my fruity cocktail and started to yell. Child: Yummy drink! I want yummy drink now! Me: Aw, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but this is an adult's drink. Maybe you can ask your mom or dad to get you a nice drink from upstairs. Child: No, I want your yummy drink. My boyfriend is starting to get annoyed by this child, as he is disturbing our reading time, and we are in the adult only zone after all. So we shouldn't have to deal with this. My boyfriend snapped. Listen, kid, you can't be here. Where are your parents? The child started screaming and crying. Me: Okay, come with me so I can help you find your parents. I hand my drink to my boyfriend, get up, and start heading towards the bar while motioning to the kid to follow me. The little boy, however, decided to jump over my sun chair and attempt to grab my cocktail from my boyfriend's hands. My boyfriend dodged the boy and got up from his chair, now holding both of our drinks. The other guests are now looking over at us, and I am speaking to the bartender, asking him to call security as there is a child causing havoc. This is when I feel something hitting my butt cheek. I look down to see the boy who is using my ass as a punching bag whilst throwing a tantrum. My boyfriend is also watching it in shock, and I can tell he's starting to get very angry. I lean over to the boy. Excuse me, please stop doing that. It is very inappropriate to touch anyone in that area, and I don't like it. The boy continues to do this, but now he also starts tugging on my bikini bottom, almost pulling it down. My boyfriend walks over, places our drinks on the bar, and grabs the boy's hand, gets down to his level, and says, She told you to stop touching her. You cannot touch people without their permission. Do you understand? The child continues to hysterically scream. The bartender is on the phone asking for security to come over when an elderly couple approaches us to remind me that this is a child-free area. I explain that this is not our child and that he has been harassing us over cocktails. The elderly couple is now also looking around to find the little demon's parents. That's when we spot the entitled parent casually walking over towards the bar. Why are you people harassing my child? Excuse you, lady? Your child is the one harassing us over alcoholic drinks. This is a child-free zone, by the way. Who cares about child-free zone nonsense? My husband and I sometimes give him a small sip. Give him a sip of your cocktail. He just wants a taste. Are you insane? It's alcohol, lady. It's illegal to give a minor alcohol, even if it is a sip. Now, the entitled parent is stepping much closer to my face and starts screaming. Don't you freaking dare to tell me how to parent. My boyfriend steps in. You better step back away from my girlfriend. Your son has also been inappropriately touching her and tried to pull her bikini bottoms down after being told to stop. The entitled parent looks at my bikini and barks. Well, maybe it's because your girlfriend looks like in her bikini. Not a good example to be wearing that around children. This is when the bartender and the elderly couple step in and tell her that I'm allowed to be fully naked in the area if I wanted, and tell her that she's not setting a good example for her kid by allowing him to be in a place that is inappropriate for children. Security comes and politely asks the entitled parent and her child to leave, causing the entitled parent to have the mother of all breakdowns. She threatened to sue the cruise ship for discrimination and also told the security officer that she would make sure he lost his job. Well, security guy wasn't very happy about this and said he was going to call his supervisor to come and deal with her for threatening staff members and harassing other passengers. The entitled parent quickly realized that she was going to be in big trouble, grabbed her kid's hand and practically ran out of the adult-only zone. I don't know what ended up happening after that, but we didn't see her or her devil child for the rest of our trip. Wow, now this story. I am not gonna add anything more, but I'm just gonna leave this comment here. The second and also last story for this episode is called The Entitled Parent Decides the Entitled Daughter is Going to be Bridesmaid at My Wedding. The entitled parent worked in maintenance at my apartment building. We weren't close friends, but would have the occasional chat from time to time. I have met the entitled parent's 8-year-old kid very briefly on 2 occasions when I have bumped into them around town. My partner has never met the entitled parent or the kid. Shortly after I got engaged to my partner, I saw the entitled parent in my building and told him about my engagement. The entitled parent asked if we had made any plans for our wedding yet. At the time, we had not, and I said that we hadn't even thought about the planning stage yet, as we had been engaged for less than 48 hours at this point. 3 days later, I bump into the entitled parent again. He says that he has some great news for me and proceeds to tell me that his kid can't wait to be the bridesmaid at our wedding. I told him that we had made no plans and hadn't even considered dates, let alone bridesmaids. The entitled parent then tells me that he has saved me a job there, as his kid can be our bridesmaid. He said that it will be nice for us because we don't have kids of our own. I firmly tell the entitled parent that his kid will not be a bridesmaid at our wedding on the basis that we don't even know her. The entitled parent says that I'm being unfair because it's all the kid ever wanted to do, and he doesn't know anyone else who is getting married. I told him that it wasn't my problem and he should not have told his kid that she could be our bridesmaid in the first place. I then leave and make my way to college. The following Monday, I was leaving my apartment and I hear the entitled parent call my name from down the corridor. He walks up to me and I say a courteous good morning and explain I can't stop and chat as I have to get to college. He looked pretty pissed off and proceeded to tell me that he had spent most of his weekend comforting his kid because he had to tell her that she wasn't going to be a bridesmaid. Apparently, the kid had done nothing but cry for 3 whole days. He said that she had gone to school depressed and that I still had a chance to make her happy by allowing her to be our bridesmaid. I looked him firmly in the eye and made it very clear that I did not want the entitled parent or his kid anywhere near our wedding. I told him that I didn't want to hear of it again and that I would report his conduct to the building owners should he continue. I moved out of my apartment 4 months after that. Hardly saw the entitled parent around in that time. Fortunately, he let it drop after our last conversation. I haven't seen him at all since leaving. Alright guys, that was today's episode and I am kinda losing faith. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. Bye!